Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to take a little bit of a look at Twilight Masquerade, that new Pokemon TCG set. And look, I've already done a video about this a little while ago. Essentially, in that video, I went through the Ogerpon EX and all that mechanic, and it was very exciting. I did not have time in that video to tell you everything else. That's where this video comes in. We have a lot of information about the set, so let's get rolling. Of course, it is called Twilight Masquerade. It is coming out on May the 24th, which is a very important date, because it means it is going to be legal for the first time on June the 7th, which, would you believe it, just so happens to be the first day of the North American International Championships. And this is not a coincidence, just to be clear. This is planned this way. It has to be. It's happened too many times lately for it to be a coincidence. Essentially, Pokemon are saying, hey, don't you think these internationals are more fun when a new set becomes legal when they start? I personally think yes. And Pokemon do as well. It's gonna be fun. Also, I found this news out today while I was watching a film set in Louisiana. Do I need to go to North American Internationals this year? Does that need to be a thing? We'll figure that out later. So we do have a bunch of descriptions. Over on the website, it says this. Welcome to the land of Kitakami, where people and Pokemon live harmoniously with nature. Uncover the mystery of the masked legendary Pokemon Ogerpon, appearing as 4 fearsome types of Terra Pokemon EX, they're the ones I showed you in the previous video, and team up with more newly discovered Pokemon like Blood Moon Ursaluna EX and Sinistcha EX. Grow and empower Greninja, Dragapult and Magcargo dazzle as Terra Pokemon EX. Last but certainly not least, more Ace Spec cards round out the festivities in the Pokemon TCG Scarlet and Violet Twilight Masquerade expansion. Oh, cool. And basically at this stage, we've heard enough to know, although we could have figured this out anyway. This is a mashing together of 2 Japanese sets. That is to say, Crimson Haze and Mask of Change. Crimson Haze, for what it's worth, the full set reveal should be coming down tomorrow on the Japanese site. So, for instance, if you look at the Crimson Haze booster pack, we know that Sinistcha EX is actually coming in Crimson Haze. So we're going to see that. I'm going to show that to you on this channel tomorrow. It's definitely going to happen. It is going to come down overnight, well, overnight UK time at least, and we're going to be able to show you that. It is interesting that Mask of Change is a single set, which means we're essentially getting 2 Japanese sets, a main and a mini, and they are going to be mashed together, and that is going to make Twilight Masquerade. And from this description, there's some stuff we know, and there's some stuff that we don't, frankly. So, we already knew that we were getting Blood Moon Ursaluna EX, we've seen that one. And we already knew we were getting Magcargo as a Terra Pokemon, we'd seen that. And we knew we were getting Greninja, that is also going to be shown off overnight, because remember the sleeves I showed you the other day? That confirmed that was coming. But Dragapult? Hello? That sounds like fun now, doesn't it? Oh, also, while we're here, we might as well take a look at the 4 booster packs, and would you believe it, that gives away a little bit more of the information. For instance, the booster pack shows us that Dragapult is in fact a Dragon-type Terra Pokemon. We've also got Sinistcha, Blood Moon Ursaluna, and Teal Mask Ogerpon. So the only new thing on the booster pack per se is the Dragon Terra type Dragapult. But I know there's a lot of Dragapult fans out there, and they are going to be absolutely delighted. But we do have a description from the press release as well, which goes into a bit more detail. In Scarlet and Violet Twilight Masquerade, Pokemon originally discovered in the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero Part 1, the Teal Mask DLC for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video games, bit of a mouthful, will make their debut in the Pokemon TCG, including Okidogi, Munkidori, and Fezandipiti. Now, this is interesting, because I was kind of thinking those dudes were going to have their own set, but here they're going to be in Mask of Change. They're going to be introduced in there. We have no extra information about that, but just hold your horses because, you know, we're going to see that very soon, and it's going to be a pretty big deal. The legendary Pokemon Ogerpon will also appear in Twilight Masquerade as 4 different Terra Pokemon EX, we've seen that, based on its 4 masks. Players can enjoy battling with various types of Ogerpon by using Ogre's Mask, a new item card that allows players to swap any Ogerpon EX in play with another Ogerpon EX from the discard pile. Yeah, we talked about all of this in a previous video. Please go and check that out. It's linked in the description. In honour of Ogerpon's debut in the Pokemon TCG, 6 new cards from the expansion featuring Ogerpon have been unveiled, and it's the 4 EXs, the Mask, and just a regular Teal Mask Ogerpon. But here's where it gets interesting. 6 Ace-Spec Rare Trainer and Special Energy cards, 7 Pokemon EX and 7 Terra Pokemon EX, 21 Illustration Rare Pokemon, and 11 Special Illustration Rare Pokemon and Supporter cards. Oh, and 6 Hyper Rare Gold cards. Now, a lot of this really matches with what we would have expected, frankly. Because what we've got here is 2 sets mashed together. 3 Ace-Specs per set. So therefore, we would expect that there would be 6 in total, and there are. 3 gold cards per set, so we would expect them mashed together, and they are. The 7 Terra Pokemon EX is kind of interesting to me, though, because we kind of already know them. You got the 4 Ogerpon I've already showed you, the Macago, which we've previously known, and then you've got Dragapult and Greninja, and that's it. That's 7. So in theory, there are no more, even though we've seen exactly 6 cards from Mask of Change, that means there's no more Terra EXs to be shown. In terms of other EXs, we already know that we have got ourselves Sinister, because it's on the booster pack for Crimson Haze, and we were told. And then you got Blood Moon Ursaluna, and we've got Screamtail, and we got Iron Thorns as well. So that's already 4 of the 7. We know a lot. For what it's worth, we have seen 2 of the 3 Ace Specs, which are coming in Crimson Haze. We've got Unfair Stamp. If one of your Pokemon was KO'd during your opponent's last turn, both players shuffle a hand into the deck, you get 5, your opponent gets 2. It's very, very unfair. And then we've also seen Survival Cast, whereby if the Pokemon is attached to has full HP, and they would be KO'd by an attack, they go down to 10 HP remaining instead. But they survive. In terms of illustration rares, we have also seen Infernape, Cramorant, Appleton, and Pinsir. So 4 of those have already been revealed. Interestingly, the number there doesn't work. We would expect 23. We would generally expect 12 per set, 24, minus 1 for the Elite Trainer Box promo. Why is there only 21? 21 doesn't make sense here. Similarly, 11 special illustration rare Pokemon and supporter cards. I mean, in the last Japanese sets, we got 5 in each set, so I don't know why there's 11 all of a sudden. This is weird to me. Maybe there's more in Mask of Change because it's a single main set. But even then, why is there an odd number? Unless there's 5 in Crimson Haze and then 6 in Mask of Change because it's a bigger set. Just keep an eye on that one. Some of these numbers, the 6 A-Spec works perfectly, but then 14 EXs? Maybe there are going to be a couple more because it's a single set, not a double set, but a 21 illustration rare still doesn't work for me. That's weird. We should be expecting 24 minus 1 is 23, so keep an eye on those numbers. We might need to dig into this a little bit more in the future. But I've shown you what we've seen, and like I say, we're going to have the full set reveal, not including secret rares, of course, tomorrow. So there's going to be that Terra Greninja is going to be shown, the Sinistar is going to be shown, the last Ace-Spec is going to be shown. So it's going to be fun, frankly, and I'm going to share them all with you tomorrow. Now, we have also seen the Elite Trainer Box, which has gone up for pre-order on the Pokemon Center Online. Get up and get the pre-order in. We know these sell out. We know that people end up sad when they are sold out. Get there sooner rather than later. And obviously it's Ogerpon themed, and we have both a regular and a Pokemon Center exclusive, although they are very, very similar. This is what the sleeves look like. This is what the dice look like. And of course, we know the deal here. The regular is going to have 9 booster packs and the promo and then everything else. And then the Pokemon Center exclusive is going to have 2 more, as in 2 more booster packs, and 1 more promo, same promo, but stamped. We are actually told it is a full art foil promo featuring Teal Mask Ogerpon, so I am assuming It is the illustration rare version of the regular Teal Mask Ogopon. So they've shown us a regular one, as in not an EX. I am assuming that's having an illustration rare. I am assuming that that illustration rare is being taken out of the set in Japan to be used as a promo over here. As it stands, unfortunately, we do not have an image of that. But as always, as soon as we do, I'll let you know and share it with you, because I'm nice like that. And there we go. That's what we know for now. It's likely that in the not too distant future, we'll see your 3 and 1 pack blisters and all of that. And when that happens, you know I'm going to be here to share it with you, ladies and gentlemen. That is what I do. For now, I want to know your thoughts about this. I want to know how excited you are for this set. I want to know if you played the DLC, because if you played Teal Mask, and I did, and you liked the Teal Mask, and I did, this is basically just a giant set celebrating the Teal Mask, which is amazing. So, I want to know your thoughts, I want to know your feelings, I want to know anything you want to tell me, so let me know in the comment section. Good us, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at Lawasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Andrew Kincaid, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now, helped us out with a bunch of stuff, and is frankly a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.